We just made a nice tidy profit on Bitcoin. I told you I would look for another opportunity to get back into it. Well, this is it. A lot sooner than I expected. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. We're coming up quickly on the series about becoming a professional trader. Be sure to let me know in the comments what topics you would like to see us cover. Today's trade pick is a great new setup on Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is done with its upside. It may pull back a little bit before moving on, but I still think it looks good. We'll take a look at that shortly. But first, I'll update you on the open trades. It's Friday, time to partay. Did I really say that? I promise I'll never say that again. Remember to click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you won't miss any opportunities on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the charts. Yesterday, the US dollar Mexican popped up and took out our trailing stop at 1884.83 for a profit of 1,651 pips on the second half. Not too bad. I'll take it. Done with the dollar Mexican for right now. Spot gold is moving up very nicely. The stop on the second half is set to break even right here. And I've switched to the daily chart to use the parabolic SAR to trail the stops as soon as they get up above the break-even point. We finally got a close above the 20 EMA on the Swissy yen on Wednesday. I hope you guys got it because it flew right up and hit the target yesterday. I closed half for profit and set the stop to break even on the remainder. Now we'll wait for the PSAR to get up here above break even to start trailing the stop. Here's NFLX. Still waiting for the PSAR to get above the break-even point so we can start trailing stops on this one. EURCHF looks promising for a trigger today. Remember, we're looking for a close below 106.30 with at least 75% volume. We got about 82 right here. So we're good for half size right now, and hopefully it'll push up above the moving average so we can do a full size sell position here. Don't forget to check today just ahead of the close to see if we've got a signal. I showed you Domino's Pizza on Wednesday, and we're looking for a close above this bull flag. This is just way extreme. This is like 4 times the ATR, so I'm standing aside on this one. I'd expect a huge move like this to pull way back before it actually moved on. It may or may not do that, who knows, but it's no longer a high probability opportunity, so I'm not taking this one. Let's take a look at this new Bitcoin setup. Bitcoin popped up and hit our stop loss for a nice profit, and I mentioned then that I would be watching for another opportunity to get into this, and I didn't expect it to be this quickly. Well, here's the weekly chart of Bitcoin with a nice bull flag dating back to June of 2019. A bull flag consists of an incoming trend with a downward parallel price channel. I also like to see a decline in volume and volatility over the course of the pattern like this. I only take a long trade from a bull flag pattern. We're going to be looking for a weekly close above this flag, but we'll trade this using the daily ATR for our stop loss and target. And here's the trade plan. We'll buy a weekly candle close above the bull flag. On the breaking candle, to enter a full-size position, we want to see this volume bar reach up to this volume average right here. If it doesn't quite reach the average, but does at least reach 75% of the average, I'll take a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate the percentage by dividing this volume number by this volume average, and you should get 0.75 as a result. If you don't get at least 0.75, then stand aside on the trade. The stop loss will be 1.5 times the daily ATR, and the first target will be 1 times the daily ATR. So the way that looks, when we get the close on a Friday and it's above the bull flag, then that will be the entry point of our trade. On that day, we'll switch to the daily chart. We'll look down here at the ATR on the daily chart. We'll multiply that by 1.5 and we'll measure that distance back below the entry for our stop loss, and then we'll measure 1 ATR above the entry for our first target. If after entering the trade we get a close back inside the bull flag, we'll take our loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. Our intention is that a break out of the flag should be explosive and hit our target fairly quickly. If the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When the price hits our first target, we'll close half the position for profit and set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. We will then follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. These two rules are the very definition of cutting your losses and letting your winners run. Typically, I do this using two positions. The first position has a stop loss and a take profit. That position will close automatically when the first target is hit. The second position will only have a stop loss, and that's the position that will be allowed to run. When the first target is hit, we will have to manually move our stop loss up to break even on the second position. I will only risk about 2% of my account on each trade. And that's the new setup on Bitcoin. Remember, my intent here is to tell you how I manage these trades. If you've already got a good trade management plan, use it. Things that work for me may not work for you. You have to understand your own mind to find the best strategies for your trading. And that's my intent for the trading maxims, to help me control my emotional impulses and keep me on the straight and narrow path. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or a proverbial saying. The purpose of my maxims is to motivate me to discipline in trading as well as other areas of my life. I suggest you start your own list of maxims, things that you can say to yourself while you're trading or doing life to make sure you always do the right thing. Feel free to borrow from my list. Tim's trading maxim number 42, head first towards the uncomfortable. And this is from Brent Fikowski. You guys all know that I'm a CrossFitter. Brent Fikowski is one of the CrossFit Games athletes that I like to follow, like to listen to. His philosophy is that if something is uncomfortable to you, it's because you're not good at it. And if you're not good at it, that's what you need to work on. So that's where you need to head first when you're practicing, training, whatever it is you do. Remember our weekly Bitcoin trade plan here. We're going to buy a weekly candle close above the bull flag. If the volume is not quite average, go half size as long as it's at least 75% of the average. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the daily ATR, and your first target is 1 times the daily ATR. Remember to click the link below to the trade management video for more details. Sign up for my free Trading Picks email list to be sure you don't miss any of these great picks. I'll send out 3 or 4 trading picks a week from all different markets, and you'll get to see them first. And the best thing is, it's free. Look for the link in the description below this video. Be sure to come back to Trading Strategy Guide's YouTube channel every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for my new videos. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. I'll either answer your question right in the comments or in a training video or both. And remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. And remember, our series on how to become a professional trader is coming up very soon. Remember to let me know in the comments below what topics you would like to see us cover. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up below. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.